Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Sarita. So glad to see you here this beautiful Sunday morning. I have a very special Bath & Body Works haul for you today. So I was in Columbus, Ohio last week. I was celebrating my birthday and my sister's birthday. And we just had a very jolly time. And of course, I took the opportunity to go to the Easton Town Center, which is where they have dun, 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 the Henry Bendel candles. So they didn't have a great sale. I think it was like, well, it was confusing. It was confusing because on the Easter weekend, there was the like, $12.95 sale, I think, or something like that. And then I did buy online, pick up in store explicitly so that I could exchange them. And I made sure to get like the really expensive, like glass, Bridgerton ones so that I could exchange them for the Henry Bendel, which I thought were $29.99 because that's what they were the last time I was there. But friends, they've gone back up to $40. They are now back to $39.99. And as dismaying as that is, I'm actually kind of happy that's the case because it means that they're committing to it. When they dropped down for a while to $29.99, I was like, oh man, they're gonna clearance them out and then they're just gonna be done. They're gonna be done with it. But now that they've gone back up to $39.99, I actually am like, okay, maybe they're gonna stick with it. And my experience burning vanilla bean from Henry Bendel was so amazing. Check out the review if you haven't already checked it out. I did think that there was a significant difference in the way that this candle performed as opposed to other traditional Bath & Body Works candles. And I compared it in that video to Vanilla Birch, which is a regular Bath & Body Works candle. And the fragrance is very similar, so similar as to be a dupe, essentially, of Vanilla Bean, but did not hold a candle to Vanilla Bean in terms of performance, which is to say burn quality, strength, duration, and definitely like strength throw, all the rest of it. So highly recommend these Henry Bendel, and I really hope they're sticking around. So even though I had to pay a pretty premium, I went ahead and got 2 more vanilla beans, and I actually also got 2 champagnes because I gave my only champagne to Kent from the Candle Channel because he likes rose scents. But I wanted one too, and I just went ahead and grabbed 2 because the burn quality was so great on Vanilla Bean. I'm really hoping that that's like a collection-wide kind of phenomenon, so I went ahead and got those. The other, I think there are 7 in the collection, so the other 5 I'm not so keen on, although I do have amber, but the other ones I didn't like quite as well, although I'll probably get around to buying them at some point. And I was actually thinking, when this channel gets up to 1,000 subscribers, maybe I will do a candle giveaway, and I will, for one very special person, ship you whichever Henry Bendel candle you desire of the 7. What do you think? I feel like that would be a really special giveaway. At any rate, we're not so close to it, so we will keep that in mind. I did go ahead and get those. And then I got the Bridgerton collection buy online, pick up in store just to exchange. But then I ended up hanging on to 2 of them that I really kind of liked. In my opinion, the 2 best candles in that collection are the ones that are very niche and yeah, which is this one, Bridgerton Study. I think this is a good candle. Very nice, but very much in the genre of midnight cocktails. So much so that if you have midnight cocktails, you probably don't need this one. But that being said, midnight cocktails is a good candle. This is smooth amber, oak wood, and dried orchids. Yeah, I think they could have done a better job in terms of the concept, but just in terms of the candle itself, it's good and it's up my alley. So I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna burn it. And then this one too, I thought was a standout, Queen Charlotte's Tea. It's a tea fragrance, but it's got a little bit of a perfuminess and a little bit more complexity than you would expect from a black tea candle from Bath & Body Works. I would call this a tea conceptual. and I'm here for it. This is rich bergamot, bold citrus, and black tea leaves. And it doesn't mention anything else, but I would say that, first of all, the bergamot goes a little bit lemon verbena for me, to be honest, rather than just a straight up bergamot or orange. And in that sense, kind of goes a little bit on the herbal side and a little bit on the almost personal fragrancy. Yeah. I'll bet there's some floral or amber in this as well. I kind of like it. So I'm not a huge tea person, but I thought that this was unique enough to keep it around. Like I said, objectively, I think these two are the standouts of the collection, but they're super niche, not mainline, which I think is kind of odd. They definitely should have stuck, I think, to the main line for this collection, and for the most part they did, although the mainline candles that they gave us were kind of like, meh. I don't know that they were very special, if you know what I mean. These two are standouts. Okay, so I went ahead and got those, and then I got two more of these. Unsung Hero, First Sight, which is the flanker candle of the Dressed in White. Definitely not being given the equal amount of buzz as Dressed in White is. And now, having burned both candles, I can tell you this is the standout, 1000%. And yes, it is as close a dupe of Baccarat Rouge as you can probably get. And it's great, because guess what? Baccarat Rouge is great too. So, although I probably wouldn't dare spray myself with Baccarat Rouge and go out into public, because I don't want to seem like a basic bee. In the privacy of my home, I can enjoy this candle. Mon Amour from Kringle is a dupe of Baccarat Rouge too, and I really wanted that one, but it didn't perform at all. And at first I didn't think this one was gonna perform, and then it kind of did. Stay tuned for the review on First Sight and Dressed in White. But like I said, spoiler alert, don't bother with Dressed in White. Definitely get First Sight. And then I got another Tropidelic, because I'm obsessed. I like Tropidelic. Sue me. Okay, here's where we get to the special part. So I was in Columbus, and I was looking on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not a huge Facebook Marketplace person, but I was looking because I was like, here we are in the very citadel, mecca of Bath & Body Works. Let's look and see if anybody is unloading some special, I'd be happy with vintage Yankee Candle too. I'm always looking for vintage Yankee Candle. But maybe somebody has some Bath & Body Works candles and I can get some treasures. And I did. I found this woman who, she told me when I went to pick up these candles that she just had a baby, and I guess her hormones changed or something. And she said that now when she was smelling all these candles, she's like, oh, they're too strong for me. I want them out of my house. I was like, okay, I'm sorry that happened to you. So these are some vintage Bath & Body Works candles, many of which I'm not familiar with, or if I'm familiar with, I'm only familiar with them by reputation. Many of them are 3 wicks, and as Kent from Candle Channel would say, I have a feeling they're a little on the grody side at this point. I don't know that they were, not that she didn't keep them well, but like some of these, for instance, only have like the dust like protector there and don't have lids. And even the ones with some of the lids, I don't know that Bath & Body Works candles keep particularly well on the shelf. So some of these are going to be kind of gross. Here's the thing. I, for a very long time, did not buy Bath & Body Works. I thought they were a flash in the pan, and I just kind of turned my nose up because I had Yankee Candle attitude, like 15 years ago. I was like, oh, you think that you're a candle company. It's so precious, right? Like, I just did not respect them at all. I was Yankee Candle to the death, like, whatever else. This was, of course, before the Yankee Candle debacle being bought by Rubbermaid, etc. And so I paid no mind, for the most part, to Bath & Body Works candles. And I just thought that they were basically like an adjunct of like shower gels that admittedly enjoyed when I was a teenager in the 90s, but like when you become a grown adult, like you don't go to Bath and Body Works. That was my whole mindset, and I apologize because that's probably super shady, and I understand, I can hear myself, I know how like really elitist and smug that sounds, but I'm trying to explain why it is that I was not buying candles in this era from Bath and Body Works, and I very much now regret that. So many of these I'm not aware of, and you guys are gonna laugh at me and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, how could you not know about blah, blah, blah? It's because I had Yankee Candle attitude. This is for some of you too who have maybe just started burning candles and weren't burning candles in this era and would also like to know some of the Yankee Candle or the Bath and Body Works candles that came in eras past. So like join me with this. We're all kind of new to it, even if we're pretty knowledgeable about candles that are now on the market, etc. This is kind of like a nostalgic trip, but for some of us who like never experienced it the first time, so it's not like true nostalgia. And for those of you out there who know about these candles, it should be very amusing for you to like get my impressions on them. And guess what? I have not smelled any of these. So here's the thing. I really wanted to go to her house and just like smell everything, but she just was like kind of not wanting me to do that. Like I could tell. She was like, which ones are you? She insisted upon me telling her which ones I was interested in. And I gave her like a fairly exhaustive list. Somebody swooped in and got a couple before me. I was so mad. They got the tomato vine one or whatever. I was so mad about that. I want that tomato vine. Ugh. Makes me angry. At any rate, I tried to give her a fairly exhaustive list, but I was kind of hoping to go and kind of like smell a little bit, make some determinations. But she just like put them all in a bag and like was sitting on the porch waiting for me, did not want me to come into her house, and was just like, pay me basically. So I just, you know how it is when you feel like uncomfortable, but like you don't want to be that person that's like, I don't know if I want to pay for everything. And I get it. When you sell stuff on Facebook, you have so many people who are like trying to lowball you or like not actually pay for stuff, whatever. So anyway, I was cowed into buying all of these. Probably many of which I probably would not have actually sprung for, but like she was selling them at a pretty good rate and I wanted like a late birthday present. So I was like, okay. So some of these I will probably not like or will be in pretty bad condition, but I haven't smelled them yet. So let's smell together first impressions. And if you have any experiences or loves, definitely let me know. Okay, so I have a few of the minis. Let's do some minis. These were Harry Slatkin. No, maybe they weren't Harry Slatkin minis. Are these Harry Slatkin minis? These like little ones here, because they don't say Harry Slatkin. Maybe they were a little bit afterwards. Do these have dates on them? I don't know if they do. They were $10 at the time. White Barn. I don't know how to read these dates, and I should have figured out how to read them, so I apologize. 5058. So does that mean I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry. Somebody tell me, but I don't know. All right, so here's Veranda Garden. Looks like this. I have Snowed In, but it also has it in French, weirdly. I don't know why that is. Made in Canada. Maybe this person is Canadian. Maybe she got them in Canada. So weird. Then I have Chestnut and Birch. And the date on the numbers on this is 6279. Yeah. And then I have Radiant Red Maple. Oh my gosh, I didn't even get to smell Radiant Red Maple when it came out because it was just gone from the store. So I get to smell it now. Radiant Red Maple, and this is a 5203. And then I have, last but not least in the mini collection, Creamy Nutmeg. It looks like this. And this one is 6333. Okay, are you ready for this? Should we start with Radiant Red Maple? Oh, by the way, I have Creamy Nutmeg. I also have a large one of it right here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'll set that right here. Let's do Radiant Red Maple. Okay, Radiant Red Maple, and the notes say, well, it's a blurb actually. The aromas of crisp red McIntosh apples, smoky woods, and a hint of toasted marshmallow bring a feeling of fall into the air. Okay, so apples, woods, marshmallow. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Really nice. I guess I was expecting something miraculous smelling. I don't know if it's miraculous, but it's very nice. It's a very nice, spicy, woody apple. Give me more. Yeah. It's just really nice. Yeah, really nice. I love the wood. I love the wood in it. It gives that like almost like fermented wine like kind of aspect up against the wood. I mean, against the apple. To be honest, it kind of reminds me of, what was that candle I loved this fall? The orchard one? The orchard one, which they like repackaged as like applewood and clove or something in the neutrals line. It reminds me a little of that. But it's kind of faint, but it's just a little baby one. Okay, Radiant Red Maple. Fine. Let's do Creamy Nutmeg. Ooh. It's a little more gourmandy. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's a strong, I wouldn't say nutmeg per se, because I mean, oh, there might be a little bit. I think there's almost like a toasted almond note in here, like not almond extract, like a toasted almond for sure, and a lot of vanilla. All right, what does it say? Aha! Grated nutmeg, sugared almonds, creamy vanilla. There you go. I like it. I like it. Ooh. Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of the toasted pistachio one a little bit. I'm not getting as much nutmeg as I would love to get here, but I'm hoping that that comes out upon it being burned. And yes, these will all be burned like ASAP. I'm not going to be burning like Radiant Red Maple and Creamy Nutmeg here in like spring and summer, but I am going to burn them as soon as possible because I don't think these improve upon sitting, if you know what I mean. All right, let's do Chestnut Birch. This is roasted chestnut, caramel sea salt, and birch bark. Ooh. Yeah, so this is kind of a nice men's cologne. This reminds me so much of Illume has that Terra Tabac candle, which is like this color. Terra Tabac is very similar. It's a very rich, musky, but it still has like the carameled nut situation and almost a cola-like quality to it, which is possibly like some cloves up against vanilla or brown sugar. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. All right, Snowed In. Snowed In, the notes have been papered over by this nasty label that says Made in Canada. Arrgh! I can't even tell you what the, oh, it's so exasperating. Yes! It smells so good! And it smells very reminiscent of another candle that I know I've burned before or smelled, and I don't know which one it is right now. Oh gosh, that's good. That's real good. I want to say there's some balsam there and some mint maybe, along with a heavy vanilla. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. It's my favorite so far. Okay, Veranda Garden looks like this. This one says, enjoy the peace and relaxation of a veranda with this airy blend of fresh citrus, white cedar wood, and a hint of freshly cut grass. Oh my gosh, this sounds incredible. Oh, it's not bad. It's a bit more soapy than I'd like it to be, but it's nice. Yes, it is kind of vaguely green, but I would say more floral soapy than I would like. Not getting a ton of citrus. This is Veranda, like think like Southern woman, Southern porch kind of vibe. Definitely springy, maybe a little bit of ozone. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, minis over. So now I have a couple that are, these are the ones that are, so I got one of these winter because as embarrassed as I am about this, I have actually never burned winter and I really wanted to buy one this season and I didn't. So when I saw she had lots of winters, I was like, give me a winter. But then when she brought it to me in the bag, I was like, well, do you have one with a lid? And she was like, no, I don't. So I said, okay, fine. So this has the dust cover. But yeah, it's a really nice winter candle. I'm concerned that like it's deteriorated some, especially without the lid, but I've always wanted to burn it, and it's in this like fancy jar here. So this is when this candle was $24.50, even with the glass. And the numbers on it are 5300. I don't know what that means. You guys probably know. A3A1. So there you go. A fragrance that captures the moment when glittering icicles and sparkling snow transform the landscape, pine needles, icy mandarin, and winter woods. Yeah, it's a really nice candle, but you guys know what winter is. This is the only one that I kind of smelled and I was like, stop, where do I sign? Vanilla beach flower. First of all, look at those plumerias. Look at those frangipanis. Yes. Okay, so, man, I love a good tropical candle. Between us, and I don't know if I've ever said this on this channel, but between us, I guess I don't know why I'm being secretive. I don't like the summer, like in terms of the season. It's way too hot. I can't stand being hot. I can't. I mean, I don't love being cold, but like I just, especially if it's humid hot. Humid hot is like, I just feel like this is an atmosphere in which the devil would vacation, and I am not here for it because I'm not the devil, right? I do love sun and I don't mind heat, but it has to be dry heat. Oh my gosh, I was in Tucson, Arizona last year and in the summer, and yes, it was like beyond hot, but I really enjoyed it. I love the desert. The desert is good. I loved Southern California. I need a desert, ideally with like an ocean too. So anyway, close parentheses on that. I don't really like summer very much, but I love summer candles. In fact, weirdly, I actually think I love summer candles better than any other season. And I know that that's kind of a minority report, but I even like summer candles better than like fall candles. Like I just do. And some of it has to do with the fact that I love beachy and tropical when it's done well, right? Not Bath & Body Works, I'm looking at you. Not cheap. Not cheap. Okay. Vanilla beach flower. As I hold this Bath & Body Works candle in my hands. Stroll along the shore and breathe in the fragrance of vanilla flower petals, sheer coconut, and soft beach musk. Done. Where do I sign? Yay! Oh my gosh, it smells good. Look at that wax. Even now. This is a 6015 K3A1. Yes. Oh, it's really nice. It reminds me a little bit of the Bahama Beach Bum that I just hauled from from Yankee Candle. But I would say that this one has the wood is not quite as loud here. So you're getting some musk and maybe some sandalwood, but it doesn't have like the really outsized like driftwood Palo Santo vibe. And it's got much more of like that frangipani plumeria kind of, which I love. Yes, oh my gosh. A little bit fruity. Did it mention? Oh, just vanilla flower. Oh, sheer coconut, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. It smells a bit faint, but it's only had this dust cover, so, you know. Is this one, has it been repackaged as something else? And if so, what is it? They should definitely have this one at all times. Okay. Now, those are those. Okay, now I have all candles that have lids on them. So should we do the ones that are maybe, let's do, I don't know how to do this. I've got some that are probably not that remarkable. So I'm going to do them in the order of like, not remarkable to what I think is maybe remarkable. I don't know. I don't know because I'm so ignorant about these kinds of things. All right, so let me try to put them in. I've got a ton of these like fragrance lab ones. So I have 4 of those. Who knows what those are gonna smell like. And then I will put toward the end the ones that I think you guys are gonna be most interested in. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 12, okay? Here's the one that's unremarkable, but again, it's like in the genre of winter. I'm kind of embarrassed I've never burned this one, but this is a rose water and ivy, which I've never burned because I'm not a huge rose person, but I was like, sure, just throw it in there. I'm curious as to how it burned back in the day. So this is back when they were $24.50, and the code on this one is 8290. It smells like rose water. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I like champagne better from, because this one has all the green vines. But at any rate, I'm glad to have one, and like maybe because it's vintage, it'll like burn better. Okay, here's another one that I liked, and it is Lavender Sea with this kind of like wraparound. It's got a real weird bottom. Like it looks like maybe it's a European candle. I'm not sure. It's like got all these, it's all in different languages. And it doesn't have a tag on it. The code on this one is 8093 AGA1. And it doesn't give me notes. Ooh, that's nice. It's a lavender with, I would say, and it's like an herbal lavender with some ozone and with some aquatic and with a little bit of soapy. Fresh and clean, and it's beautiful. Was this repackaged as, I feel like I burned or I bought a candle. I don't know if I've entirely burned it, from like a year ago or 2 years ago. It was really nice, and it was kind of in a like blue purple pastel. And I want to say that it was like lavender mist or I don't know, something like that. This one I think this might be it. I'm sorry, I should have taken it out of my collection. I'm pretty sure that that's what this is, but I could be wrong about that. So let me know. Okay, then I have another one that is Capri, but it's actually fresh water and sea salt. Fresh water and sea salt. She wanted to give me a lot of these. I said, well, let me smell it. And then I smelled it and I was like, I'll stick with one. Okay, so the code on this one is 5344 AGA1. This candle was $22.50, and it says, a celebration of the alluring island of Capri's crystal blue waters with notes of sheer jasmine, sparkling orange, and warm sandalwood. And yeah, it's really nice. It's aquatic. It's floral. It's a little bit citrusy, and it's a little bit sandalwoody. It's exactly what that smells like. It's not bad. I don't know that it's like gonna blow your mind and change your life, but it's really nice. Okay, and then we have 2 of these. I don't know why I got 2, but I think I just wanted 1 and she gave me 2 instead. This one is spiced coconut milk. And I have 2 of these. So this is 7150 and this one is 715. So she must have liked this one and got 2 of them. They were $24.50. Ooh, that's a little more gourmandy than I would like. It's toasty. It's a toasty coconut. Almost an almond note, to be honest. And a lot of sandalwood. Sandalwood, coconut, and nuts. I'd like a little bit more spices. Where's the spices? It says warm toasted coconut. There we go. Fresh cream and ground nutmeg. I don't know if the nutmeg just isn't like aging well in these nutmeg candles, but I'm having a hard time picking up on the nutmeg. And I really want the nutmeg. It's fine. It's just kind of like a toasted coconut sandalwood candle. Okay. Let's do the fragrance lab ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. They're numbered. I guess they were into numbers at a certain point. I guess these are test candles. I don't know. I hope Josh or Kent is watching. They can tell me about this stuff. Okay, so I have numbers 7, 9, 17, and 20. So 7, we'll do 7 first. 7 is just called Earthy. Looks like this. And it's got the notes green fig, water hyacinth, fern, and cedarwood. Ooh, that sounds amazing. These small batch candles were crafted with you in mind. Each is made with a soy blend wax before it was probably like super cool. Natural essential oils and no added dyes. Okay, but it doesn't give us any other scent notes other than the ones on the front. It was $24.50. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it is green. And yeah, it is a little bit herbal. Yeah, it's nice. It's actually kind of in the same genre as champagne, only this one is like a lot smellier. It's a lot louder, a lot more strength, a lot more throw. This is a little bit on the softer side with some quiet flower. Yeah, the water hyacinth. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I do love my botanicals. Okay, so then she's put a different lid on this one. This one says chestnut and clove, but it's not actually chestnut and clove. It is number 9, which is just called warm. Notes are cardamom, coriander, peppercorn, and smoked vanilla woods. Yes. Code is 7257. Ooh. Yes. Oh, that one smells great. Man, that's good. Yeah, it's real spicy, real woody. Almost a little bit of patchouli, if I'm not mistaken. Smoked vanilla woods. It could be patchouli. Yeah, and a lot of really freshly hewn wood. I think some coriander. I don't know that I'm getting as much cardamom and peppercorn as I would like. Yeah, it's really nice though. Woo! That's good. That's good. All right, then we have number 17, which is spice. And the notes there are ginger, geranium, and cedar leaf. Ooh, that's weird. And it is a lot of ginger. Like a lot. And it's like fresh kind of ginger. You know, like the kind that you peel. It's not like a ground ginger. It's a lot of fresh ginger, which is kind of nice. It's a ginger candle. What is that supposed to have? Cedar leaf and geranium? I mean, it's mainly just a ginger candle. A vague floral. Yeah, and it could very well be, because geranium's a little funky, but it kind of has this like metallic. Yeah. Interesting. It's one of the most bold and fresh gingers I think I've ever smelled. Okay, and lastly we have this one, number 20, which is floral. Floral is ylang ylang. Banana flower. Ah, tiare flower. Coconut. So this is a misnomer because it's not floral, it's tropical. Yes! Yeah, it's nice. It is a little bit more weirdly toasted vanilla-y than I would like. In toasted coconutty. It's weirdly less floral than you would expect given that name. But there could also be some corruption here, and then once you burn it, it might, whatever. This is a 7257. Yeah, it's kind of a toasted coconut. I'm not getting a ton of floral. Okay, then we have the remaining 4 right here. Okay, remaining 4. Let's start with this one. Vanilla Firewood, right here. Looks like this. And again, it's got one of those like round labels like this. Vanilla Firewood, no notes. Code here is a 3239, K3A1. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. A lot of wood and musk and vanilla. And I'm thinking maybe a little bit of clove because it's got a cola-like quality to it again, which reminds you, because cola like has this like deep vanilla brown sugar clove kind of thing going on. It's nice, it's cozy. It's cozy. All right, in the same vein, we have White Barn White Woods right here. And the code on this one, this is 2450. The code on this one is 7311. White oak, cashmere musk, creamy santal, and vanilla bean. Whoa! Whoa. That's a perfume conceptual if there ever was one. Yeah. So it's a perfume. It's a perfume, and I would say that it's a bit sweeter than like even a unisexual perfume or a masculine perfume, although it has some woody and musky like undertones to it. This is not a masculine cologne. It's a feminine perfume along the lines of like Madagascar vanilla from Nest, or like all the cool girl vanillas that are going on, like the 7 Virtues one and all that different stuff. Kayali. It's in that realm. And it is a little bit reminiscent of like the vanilla bean. This vanilla bean and vanilla birch. But I would say that this vanilla bean and the vanilla birch have a more creamy, bassier quality to them. This one is real up high. It's like, yeah. It's got some amount of floral in it. What's the floral? Santal, vanilla bean, cashmere, and white oak. There's some amount of floral in here, I think, that is way up in here. And probably a little bit of citrus too. Very high perfumey. Yeah, I don't love it, but I like the whatever better, the vanilla bean and vanilla birch, but it's definitely still within like my wheelhouse. It's not like a vanilla candle or something, but it's, I would think that for a lot of women who like the feminine stuff, this would pass as masculine for them. For all the rest of us, it's like a perfume, a feminine perfume conceptual with cozy, rugged overtones to it. All right, and then we have this one, a second to last, Golden Grapefruit in this orange glass. Code on this one is 5350, A3A1. Notes here are a brilliant new blend of golden grapefruit, lemon zest, and a touch of cassis. So grapefruit, lemon, and currants. 2250. Oh yeah, it's nice. It is a grapefruit, but it's not like, to me it smells a little sweeter than a grapefruit. to me, it smells like it's been cut with some vanilla. It's not quite a creamsicle, but it's kind of heading in that direction, not in a cloying or artificial or synthetic or candied way. It's just a citrus with a good dose, a healthy dose of cream or vanilla. Yeah. But the orange here is not so sweet, which is why it's probably a grapefruit. But I wouldn't say that it's like so authentically grapefruit that it couldn't be something else. The sour and bitter notes have been kind of toned down a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but I would say that it's a grapefruit candle for those that are a little shy of like the really bold, bitter, sour, tangy kind of grapefruits. And last but not least, we've got this one right here. White Barn, Nutmeg, and Spice. With that like country thing going on there. I can't even read this label, but for some reason it's looking like, why does it look like 1650? That's not possible. 1650? The number on here is 2153. K3A1. Is it really old? A warm and cozy fragrance inspired by an elegant mixture of nutmeg and all of autumn's very best spices. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Kringle, that candle that just the marshmallow morning candle that was like the cereal milk with the spices in it. This reminds me a whole lot of that, which is also now the sprinkled macarons or whatever from Reserve. This has a very like a little bit of a cereal milk kind of vibe to me. There must be like an oat kind of overtone to it. A lot of vanilla, a lot of sugar, and then you've got like cinnamon and nutmeg. It's all really nice and cozy. It's a bit too gourmandy for me personally, but I'll burn it. It's sweet. And it has the best nutmeg smell here of the candles that allegedly have nutmeg in them. There you go, friends. Those are the candles. I don't know if any of them are going to burn particularly well, but I'm really glad to have like smelled some of them. I think it's really fun. And I wanted something for my birthday, and I'm just kind of glad to have smelled these. And every now and then I will sprinkle them into the rotation and be like, guys, look what I burned. Here's how it burned. Definitely let me know if any of these were your favorites, and definitely let me know if these have come back as repackages. I imagine most all of them have. Tell me what they are, if you can still get them, all that kind of thing. What I was really hoping for was some of the really dark jammy candles. Like I wanted the wine cellar one, which I think was frankincense and berries or something. Like I wanted some of those, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm really glad. For the most part, these are in my wheelhouse. A couple are a little bit more gourmandy than I would like to do, but for the most part, and obviously I selected off of her list, but I did get a lot of them. So, I don't mind her taste here. These are all ones that I would potentially burn, and some of them are really nice. Vanilla Beach Flower. I love you, Vanilla Beach Flower. Veranda Garden, you are so strange. And weirdly, I still like you. Yeah. Spice Warm. Oh, warm is amazing. Wow. This smells like a wood sauna. Like one of those dry wood ones with like spices. Oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, that's what we've got. I don't really have a whole lot to link. I guess down below I could link First Sight and the Bridgerton stuff, but why? You already know what it is. Happy Sunday. That was fun. Catch you in the next one.